Family and friends, welcome back to the channel. I guess we're going to call it a 1 month review of us leaving Texas. And man, it was really, like I said, we've been studying this since 2019. But the last month before leaving Texas, psychologically felt like just a mad sprint for the finish line. You know, got everything done, you're saying goodbye to everybody, and then renting a car, driving all the way to Florida. And then we hit our cruise. Now, I know I've already spoken about the cruise, but I have to mention something that I was so impressed with. And you notice things differently as we age, okay? But I was so impressed with Norwegian Cruise Lines, and so I'm willing to bet every cruise line does this now. But what I found striking was the amount of people in wheelchairs that were on the vacation. I thought it was wonderful. I mean it as the greatest compliment of all. They're really catering to people with disabilities. I seen two blind gentlemen, and the crew was like holding their elbow and leading them through the ship for wherever they wanted to go. And again, I think that's fantastic, because honestly, you and I are one car accident away from being in that wheelchair, okay? And once you are disabled, you're taken out of so many things you just can't participate in. So I hand it to the cruising industry for catering to those with disabilities. And I really mean that. The cruise was fantastic. The crew itself was unbelievable. I don't know how anyone could complain. I guess there always are some people that will, but certainly not me in April. But my greatest compliment I could give them was how they held the disabled. I thought that was wonderful. Then we spent 3 days in Rome. When I was in Rome in '86, I had a little bit of a problem. We had a car broken into and such. So I had my radar up, but we had a wonderful time. It was on my bucket list to get into the Colosseum. Okay, did I see everything that I wanted to see? No. One of my favorite cities, and I heard it was terrible, so it shows you that you shouldn't just listen to anybody. I was told Venice smells horrible. It was my favorite city in Italy. Did we go to Venice this time? No. Will I take April back to see it? Yes. Will I take her back to see the Vatican? Yes. The good thing where we are, we're going to be doing traveling, and I consider myself very blessed. Toronto house. Okay, our Airbnb, great location. And the house that we're renting here, that I'm talking to you from, is about 1 minute from our Airbnb. The location is fantastic. So you're going to pay extra for the location. I'm also in the most expensive city in Albania, which is the capital. And we're paying 390 euros a month. And that's for a house. Granted, it's a small house, an older house. Beautiful courtyard. The landlord is fantastic. Believe it or not, I couldn't figure out how to work the stove. the buttons and the labels are different than what we have in the United States. So I tell her, gosh, I'm having trouble with the stove. And she goes, oh, I live close by, let me come over. And on her way over, she buys me an April breakfast. You know, it's unbelievably friendly. I can't tell you how much I appreciate her, appreciate the house. I didn't get it, including utilities. All my friends are telling me 80 to 100 bucks. You know, what I like about this house is it stays cool. The Airbnb, we had to run the air conditioner a few times, but this house stays cool. So I'm very happy with that. I spoke to some police officers here. So I got to tell you the story. You had to be there. I think it was funny. There was a period during the 80s under communist rule where the citizens, you know, were handled brutally. Okay, that was some time ago though, not that long ago. So there's these 3 young male police officers, and I just refused to be afraid, and at the same time, I'm always polite, so no problem. So I approached the 3 police officers. They're all just talking together, but I don't interrupt them. I just stand there. And finally, all 3 of them stop and stare at me, and I say, Sieni. And Sieni is the greeting. How you doing? And the 3 of them just shake their head, and I go, you speak English? They go, yes. I go, hi, I'm new here. And they look me up and down, and they go, yes, you are new here. Which I thought that was funny as hell when he said that. And what I wanted to ask him, I don't want to break the law, obviously. I don't want to get in trouble. But there's beer vendors like on the corners are you allowed to walk, with an open container? There's a few places in America you can't. Bourbon Street, New Orleans, Fort Worth is a street that you can walk with open container. But can you just walk around, all of Albania or certainly all of Toronto? And he goes, this is cool though. He goes, yes, of course you can. You can walk around. Then he leans in on me and goes, don't get loud. Don't get loud. Okay? Be smart. And I was like, oh, I get where you're going, buddy. I appreciate you. He goes, look, see the gray beard? I'm an old man. My hell-raising days are well past me. But I appreciated the frankness. He was very kind. All three of them were kind. They were very straightforward, which is exactly what I wanted to hear. So yeah, you can walk around with an open container. Still feels a little weird to me though. I'm like walking by cops with open beer. It just felt odd to me, but I had to know. I was just really curious about it. Get this, the restaurants. Get this, tonight we go to this place. It's near the new bazaar, and it says Mish, which stands for meat, and a picture of a pig. So I gotta stop there, right? So I go in there, and the guy goes, "Hey, I can make you this platter," and altogether it costed for two of us like $23. Just a massive platter of food come out, and includes a beer, blah blah blah. I couldn't finish it. April couldn't finish it. We had to get a to-go box. They call it takeaway. They don't call it carry-out. They say takeaway. So if you want to get your food to go, you say I want a takeaway. So then he packed it up for us, and I go, hey man, it was delicious. We're coming back. We're coming back. I think I left him a $4 tip. Okay, and the guy looks at me and goes, you wait right here. Don't you move. I'm like, what? And he goes, please, just wait a minute, will you? And he goes across the street, comes back with dessert. Okay, it was like an eclair. The ice cream here is unbelievable. I go, let me pay for the dessert. He goes, no, it's on me. So I thanked him, and I promised, hey man, we're coming back. Good businessman, smart, but the people here have been so nice to us. I mentioned this in my last video. I want to say it again. I've had it happen a couple times where I'm trying to learn a new Albanian word when I can and use it. All the friendly words. Thank you, please, hello, goodbye. I'm trying to learn those words, and they always get a smile on their face because they see you're trying, and believe me, they appreciate it. And then I would have them apologize to me that their English isn't perfect, and their English is better than mine. Okay, I'm just telling you. I would say once you start hitting the age of maybe 50 years old and older, start to drop off. They have, the older generations don't speak as much English as the younger ones. And I've just been using Google Translate, man, and it's been going really well. But to think you're going to apologize to me because your English isn't perfect, I apologize to you because I'm in your country and I don't speak your language, but I'm trying, and they see that. And I can tell they appreciate it. Just be kind. Just be kind. The landlord, like I said, has been unbelievably beautiful. I mean, just really nice. She came over and showed me how to work the stove. Just the knobs are different, man. I can't explain it, but we're good. We're good to go. So I feel really fortunate. I've had people ask me before, well, what's the cheapest you can go? You can stay in a hostel. A hostel, you share a lot of common areas, but you can still be a hostel and still have your own bedroom. Okay, and that's dirt cheap. There are places where you can just rent a room on someone's house, but you need to get away from Airbnb. Don't get me wrong, I'm not putting down Airbnb, but they're going to have some money, so it kicks up the price. You know what I'm saying? And the more I'm here, the more you are with the locals, and the locals can find you the deals. Okay, but I hate giving advice. But the best thing that April and I do, we refuse to be the arrogant tourists. It's not going to happen. The more polite we are, it's unbelievable how well we're being treated. So believe me, I'm grateful. I wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know. We got sick in Rome. The last day, really, I got sick of it. I gave it to April. And I guess we're just burning the candle at both ends for just too long, And so I still got it a little bit. I'm on antibiotics. Still got that cough. It's weird. It started because all year I've been battling my allergies really bad. So I got all this phlegm. It was just a perfect environment, to get an infection. But I'm on amoxicillin now. I did talk to you about, I would go over how to fill your prescriptions. I talked to the pharmacist. She goes, just bring in the bottle. So when I do that, I'm going to take you guys with me so you can see what it takes to get your prescription filled. So my blood pressure medicine, do I need a prescription from a doctor? She goes, no, not at all. Some things you're going to need a prescription for, a lot of them you don't. So it'll be good to go. So things are going well. April's happy. I'm happy. Like I said, we're fitting in. People are starting to recognize us, which I love. There's this guy. We nickname him Alice Cooper. He's a big man, where Alice Cooper is a much smaller man. But his hair, he's like 50 years old. Guy looks like a rock star. Just amazing. And he wants to get us a cup of coffee. We're going to sit down together. I wanted to do an interview with a young Albanian woman I brought up in a couple of videos ago. She's a little busy right now. She got back to me, but she's going to do it with me. But she's in her 20s, man. So whenever's convenient for her. But things are going well. I just wanted to tell you what has been happening in the last month since we left Texas. Okay, and that's our first week here in Albania. We're really fortunate. So things are going well. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. All right, take care. Bye-bye.